Now, many dog owners, I would say most dog owners.
Pretty much all.
All dog owners, should we just change it completely? Dog owners know that their pet is super special.
Yeah.
But a new CBeebies show is highlighting the vital work of 5 assistance animals with superpowers.
Yes, it's called Dog Squad, and it follows the heartwarming adventures of Kika, Diesel, Meggie, Sylvie and Tinks. Well, there's Kika, and we'll talk to Kika and Amit, who's with Kika, in just a sec. But let's take a look at the show.
Right, careful, Amit.
Forwards, Kika.
Whoa! I am especially trained for escalators, but they can be dangerous. Not too late, just perfect.
When we lower Maggie out of the helicopter, we have to use these special dog goggles.
Or doggy goggles, as I call them.
And beanbag. Got to keep good balance around this cone, and then this one. Oops! Grab the ball and race back home.
Raised. Pull. Oof.
Good.
Fetch or play, I can help all day. Wardrobe, open.
Wait for it. Wait. Wakey, wakey, Ryan. He is a sleepyhead today.
Come on, Tinks. It's bath time.
Absolute favourite story of the day, this.
Clever are those dogs. We're joined now by star of the show, guide dog Kika, and her owner, Dr. Amit Patel. Morning, Amit.
Good morning.
Lovely to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much.
Slightly overshadowed, as ever, I'm sure, by Kika, who's always the star. Tell us about the show and how it's going to help people.
Yeah, so it's a show on CBeebies primarily for children to just get the idea of what these dogs actually do. You know, these amazing dogs help their humans just live an ordinary life. For me, Kika is like putting on a pair of shoes. You know, when I leave the house every morning, she's with me, she guides me, she keeps me safe. She kind of takes the worry away from stepping out of my house being completely blind. But it's very much like having your best friend with you all of the time. Now, I hear Kika all day long. I hear Kika all day long. So getting the voice for Kika for the show was probably the hardest thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you choose? Because you've totally got a vision, haven't you?
I have. So I've been working with an amazing production team called Hello Halo on this project. And the first thing I said is, we can do the show. Or, you know, I was there right from the beginning, helped write the script.
Kika's
there
off.
she goes. Help write the script. But the hardest part would be to actually voice Kika. But we have Georgia Tennant, who does Kika so amazingly well.
We're loving that. Kika, we all love Tracy, our floor manager.
Kika really loves Tracy.
Really loves Tracy. So Kika's, I don't know who's taking who for a walk
There we
right
go.
now.
There you go.
She's back.
You were saying as well, Kika knows the way around, because as you left where you were staying last
Yes.
night, and she brought you straight into the studio.
Absolutely. So for me, I don't have a routine. My day's very kind of random. So I needed a dog that can cope with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, doesn't wake up in the morning and has a routine. Kika was matched to me because she is amazingly well at adapting. So we were here 6 months ago. We left the hotel this morning, and she's like, "Dad, I know the way." And I had my dad with me, and my dad's having to keep up. He's having to trot along behind because Kika really knows where she's going. So, yeah.
And you know what Kika's found? She's found our breakfast.
It's under the table.
Hey, Kika.
Come on,
Morning.
Kika. And you've been with Kika since 2015, is that?
Yes, it was 7 years in September. Kika turns 9 next Monday.
Wow.
So we've had a lot of adventures. So what you see on the show, it's a few adventures, but Kika does this every single day.
Oh, and you're matched with your dog in quite a clever way, aren't you? How does it work?
You are. To me, I kind of see it as a dating profile.
Brilliant.
You've got the vision impaired
Good
person.
sense of humour?
Absolutely, and stubbornness. I'm very stubborn, so is Kika. But it's very much the vision impaired person has a profile. The dogs, when they come out of the system, have a profile, and they have to match, because you don't want a dog dragging you or not doing the hours you kind of need to work, or not being in situations where the dog's uncomfortable. So it very much is, it needs to be a partnership, because you have to trust each other with your life.
And public perception's important, and this is about education as well, isn't it? And I'm all right to pet Kika now because she's not wearing the harness. She's not officially working,
Absolutely,
even though she's in
absolutely,
work
yeah.
capacity.
So she knows we're not at home, so she is still kind of half work mode. But taking the harness off means that she's a little bit more relaxed. She can walk around, wander around. You know, you can give her a bit of a stroke if you want to, and say hello. But when you see the dogs working outside, especially when we're crossing roads or waiting for trains, never distract them.
Oh, that's important. And in
Absolutely.
terms of the training, Kika's obviously has a very intensive training program. What about you?
We go through the same process, so it doesn't come naturally, having a dog guide you around. So Kika and I were both in a hotel for the first 10 days of our match, so we can just get to know each other. After that, it's about 2 months of training at home. So Kika can take me to work, take me to where I need to go. And it's only after that, only once the guide dog instructors think we're safe, that we're actually signed off and we can be independent.
And you've travelled all around the world. Talk to me about some of the challenges of taking Kika with you around the world.
So we do a lot of work in Paris and Brussels. So jumping on the Eurostar, off we go. Now the traffic is coming from a different direction.
Yeah.
Curbs are slightly different.
Yeah.
Buttons on the pedestrian crossings are slightly different. So she has to adjust. We jump on a plane to New York and Washington and Philadelphia. And it's a very, very strange environment. Kika, guide dog, can you come back here, please?
Come
Kika.
on, Kika. Oh,
There we go.
what a
There's not one bit of
girl.
the studio she's not explored. She's just checking it out for you.
This is it, but she's very nosy.
Yeah.
She checks the lay of the land before she takes me around, so she's pretty good.
And she's just recovering from surgery as
She
well.
is. She's had surgery recently, but she's doing well. She smiles back on her face. She's got her energy back. She's bright and bubbly. And you know what? She's part of our lives in our house. She's not just a guide dog. I've got 2 young kids. I've got a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and she's the big sister.
Oh, and how protective is she with you and the kids?
Oh, immensely. As I said, she is the big sister. So even in the school runs, when kids come over to say hello, my 3-year-old will put her arms around Kika and say, "She's mine," just to tell everybody else. But then Kika will
She's
also
mine.
protect her. She loves the school run. She loves going and seeing all the kids in the afternoon or in the morning. It kind of makes her day.
What would you hope that anyone watching, I say not just kids, because we know a lot of adults watch CBeebies, don't we? What do you want them to take away from this?
Just it's if you see the dogs working, please don't distract them. That's probably the crucial part. But also appreciate just how much these dogs actually do. You see the dogs maybe walking around, or maybe in a shopping centre, or you think they're all nice and cute, but they're actually doing a job. They're when they've got their coats on or their harnesses on, they are actually working. They're looking after their owners. So as much as you want to go over and say hello and give them lots of fusses, ask the owner first.
Oh, that's a really good point. So don't make too much of a fuss.
No. But as much as Kika will stare at you and give you the puppy eyes, walk away. Walk away.
Goodness, she's doing it now. It's almost impossible. Look at that, look. She's trying to make friends with everybody here in the room.
That's it.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And obviously, Kika isn't the only dog in the programme this afternoon. It's different breeds and different types of dogs doing different things.
So you've got a rescue dog, you've got an emotional support animal, you've got a hearing dog. So all these dogs have their jobs, have their little tasks. But as you'll see, they're gelled to their owners. It just works in such a great way.
I'd love to say that Kika's gelled to you, but she's far more interested in what's happening around here right now. It's a really lovely programme. We could sit and chat to you and talk to Kika all day. Really nice to see you. Thank you for coming in.
My pleasure,
Amit.
thank you.
Amit, thank you. And we should say, Dog Squad is on at 4 o'clock this afternoon on CBeebies, and then, of course, it will be on BBC iPlayer.
You are watching Breakfast from BBC News. So from all of us and Kika, we'll see you very soon.